Namaste everyone, it is the Naga Samurai, Goichi. So, food, shelter, clothing, and let's separate these just a little bit in the middle, and a couple of tools for convenience. Also with the shelter category, fire making materials and things of that nature. So let me break some of this down. So my bug out bag, and this is the winter setup that I'm doing. My bug out bag is 80 pounds over here in America, and for my friends across the pond, it is approximately 36 kilos, as they would say, kilograms. So food system, like I said, the bug out bag for the winter be a little bit heavy because we have to add the clothing. We have to make sure we have sufficient shelter material and things of that nature. We also have to have significantly more food and a way to cook it. So start on the other end. This first of all is a Molly 2 rucksack. ACU Digital Molly 2, I got upside down rucksack. Very, very rugged bag. And that's the first thing we need when we're thinking about bug out bags. We need a very, very rugged bag. We need something that can support the weight that we're going to be carrying. And let me say, this is for me as a man. Everyone, the reason I'm doing this video is because you don't have to have exactly what I have. These things will be personal. There will be some mental aspects and spiritual aspect with the things that you put in there, but for the most part, food, shelter, clothing, a few tools, that can double as weapons, and a few conveniences. Like I said, hopefully I'm able to do this video and you can pack what you need to the weight that's desired. But a few bottom lines. Number one, very, very basic medical kit. I got it all in bags. And one thing you want to do is you want to be able to compartmentalize everything. Everything needs to have its space and its place, but in proximity to what is important to. So, very simple medical kit that has different swabs and antibiotic creams, and I'm also learning liquid skin. You're gonna have to be able to stop the bleeding, and I'm also gonna do a video on a simple trauma kit that I got from my friend, the Prepared Norseman. But moving forward, like I said, just things to stop the bleeding, headache medicine, stuff to make small sutures, and you also have different wipes and things of that nature, for basic cleanliness. Just a little, these are towels. You put these in water and they will expand to a towel that is, I think, like a 1x1, so it's a pretty nice size face and washing cloth. Just a regular towel. Everyone needs a really, really good multi-purpose that'll get you out of a jam. Also, something I want to put at the very forefront, you need to have some nails. And nails will save your life. They will help you build your shelter quickly. You can hang things on them. You can also make makeshift weapons. So gotta have some nails. That is something very important. This is a must-have. Nails and duct tape. And all of those, they go into the shelter building material. And I also have a couple of and I'm going to tell you all the must-haves. You can get rechargeable things, but batteries, you'll need. This is also some incredibly strong twine to be able to sew up shelter materials, sew up clothes, also make sutures to a person's, to a person if you need to sew them up. I forget what they call it. I come back with the name. We'll put it in the description. The hand warmers are necessary, but this, of course, is an eternal light. Just a little bit of charging. Let's see if we can make this work right quick, because little light is better than no light. So you get into the dark and I haven't even charged it much. We'll do something about it later. But now, going back up front, part of your shelter system is a sleeping system. Inside of here, I have a military intermediate sleeping bag, along with a tarp, which is a 8x6, and also a couple of Mylar blankets. And I also have, like I said, the sleeping bag, the tarp, and I also have a wool blanket. Wool blankets, pure wool, is very important because even if it's wet, it'll still keep you warm. Paracord for shelter building, for making weapons, for setting traps, This is 200 feet of paracord, and I have a little bit more. Moving on with our shelter system, at least one very, because as you see, I don't have a tent. We can't be worried about that. The shit has hit the fan. We can't worry about a tent. We got to be able to make shelters and move. So this is a 55-gallon heavy duty construction bag. You can stand yourself in this and it will not tear. So you can use this as a makeshift bivvy. A bivvy is a type of waterproof sack that can hold heat, and also, like I said, it'll be waterproof. So this could be your outside layer even on the snow. If you get you a couple of leaves and you can step inside of this, you can use it as a poncho. But if you leave it whole, it will be a bivvy that will keep you warm and it'll keep you dry, because this thick plastic will reflect your body heat back. Have a multi-purpose shovel system. And I've gone over some of these things before, but it is a shovel system that has, you know, weapons. It has an axe, a saw, so forth and so on. You have your tarp. Again, all of these things are systems that you can build you a warm and dry shelter any time of year. I have a light source. I just have is a headlamp, and I suggest everyone has at least 2 headlamps that they can get to quickly. You will always need a source of light, and I suggest a headlamp so that you can have your hands free. You will have your common hatchet, you know, for procuring firewood and potentially a weapon. And I've also done a video on this, but you know, this is a shape-shifting saw. This becomes, like, after you unscrew it and do all that crap, it becomes a saw that you can saw good wood. I also suggest everyone having one convenience, and that is investing in a good sleeping pad. I'm telling you, that ground will kick your ass. The ground will kick your ass and suck up all your heat. So I suggest that everyone invest. Climate is a really good sleeping pad. You feel like you are on a mattress, and it is very thin and compact. More duct tape. We call it the poor man's cement in the hood, because good duct tape can fit, can fix anything. Moving on, now you have to think about it, and these are coveralls, thick military coveralls. Yes, they are colorful. I don't give a damn how they look. I care about the functionality. If you only had your bug out bag and pajamas on, or the little clothes that you have, could you survive? And coveralls would ensure that this could be something you could wear all year round, especially in the winter. There will be a rugged outfit that you can put on easily and effectively. So moving on to our food system, I have a couple of things. I have some standard MREs, and then I also have something that is like, most people know about the Wise Meals, but basically these are dry freeze goods that if you get your fire going and you have your canteen and steel cup, I chose to get a steel canteen so I can have a double cooking system. I can boil my water in this after I filter it. I can put this by itself over in the fire and let it boil my water. And I also have my steel cup, which I can use to boil water and cook in, or use to serve. So with these two together in the top, I can cook 2 dishes at one time. Again, my whole thing is to have what is necessary with few conveniences, but are very functional. So if you're going to get a canteen, get one. You can use this again to cook, boil water, and you'll have a secondary device with your cup and your lid. So these are the type of foods, and actually Facebook has a good thing with these. These are like $10 right now, and they are thick, nice pouches that comes with oatmeal, some soup, and some like rice. And they are specially designed to where if you just have a nice little amount of good